Think about the last time you got a pay rise. For a week or two, it felt fantastic. You finally felt like you were getting ahead. And then that feeling just quietly faded. A few months later, you're somehow just as broke. Only now you earn more than you ever have. This isn't bad luck or bad budgeting. It's a trap your own brain quietly builds. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. We almost all believe the same comforting thing. I'll feel comfortable once I earn a bit more. Just a little more and I'll finally relax. It feels completely obvious. But it's a lie your brain repeats on a loop. And there are decades of research proving it. Two forces are quietly working against you. The first is called the hedonic treadmill. The second is lifestyle inflation. I'll explain both like you're 10. With a treadmill, a pizza, and a moving finish line. No jargon. Promise. Let's start with a study from 1978. Researchers wanted to test one simple question. Does good or bad luck change your happiness for good? So they found two very different groups of people. Group 1 had just won big on the lottery. Life-changing, jackpot money. Group 2 had been paralyzed in serious accidents. A year later, they measured everyone's happiness. The lottery winners were barely happier than the accident group. Both had drifted back to where they began. Your happiness has a kind of stubborn resting level, but why would your brain build such a cruel trap? It isn't cruelty, it's survival, left over from our ancestors. Imagine an ancient human who felt permanently satisfied. Full belly, warm cave, no reason to do anything more. That human got outcompeted by the restless one. The one always wanting more food, more safety, more status. So evolution wired satisfaction to be temporary, on purpose. Your constant itch for more kept your ancestors alive. You inherited a brain that's never meant to feel done. There's a chemical behind it called dopamine. Most people think dopamine is the chemical of pleasure. It isn't. It mostly fires before you get the reward. It pays you to chase, then goes quiet once you actually have. It's a feature, not a bug, just a badly outdated one. So here's the first force. Picture a treadmill. You start running faster. That's your pay rise. For a second, it feels like you're flying ahead, but the belt instantly speeds up to match you, so you run harder. The belt goes faster still. Push as hard as you possibly can. And you stay in exactly the same place. More income, same happiness. That's the treadmill. But where does the actual money disappear to? That's the second force. Lifestyle inflation. Think of it as a pizza. Small salary, small pizza. You finish it, you're full. You get a raise. Now it's a large pizza. Do you box up the extra and save it? Almost never. You just eat more because it's there. Let's make that painfully concrete. You land a $500 a month raise. $300 quietly upgrades your car. $150 goes on eating out more, and it's still $50 on one more subscription you'll forget about. The raise is gone, but now your bills are permanently bigger. There's even a name for it. Expenses rise to meet income. Bigger pizza, bigger paycheck. Still zero leftovers, and here's why the trap is so brutally hard to escape. Climbing up the lifestyle ladder is easy and fun. Coming back down is genuinely painful. Once you've flown in the comfortable seats, the cheap seats start to feel like punishment. Losing a comfort hurts more than gaining it ever helped. So lifestyle clicks upward and almost never comes back down. Now the cruelest trick of all. Your brain resets what counts as normal. Psychologists call it hedonic adaptation. Whatever thrilled you becomes ordinary. Fast. Remember how magical your new phone felt? For about 2 weeks. Now it's just your phone. The dream flat becomes the place you complain about. Every finish line you sprint toward slides further away the moment you reach it. And there's one more thing quietly draining you. You don't measure your life against your own past. You measure it against the people around you. Specifically, the people one rung richer. This even has a famous name. Keeping Up with the Joneses. It came from a 1913 newspaper comic strip. A family endlessly straining to match their richer neighbors. Over a century later, nothing has changed except now the neighbors are the entire internet. You compare your whole life to everyone's best moment, and no paycheck on earth can win that race. And before you think this is just a low-income problem, it hits the wealthy just as hard. Doctors, lawyers, people on enormous salaries routinely report living paycheck to paycheck. They didn't escape the treadmill, they just bought a faster, fancier one. Bigger house, bigger mortgage, bigger everything. The number on the paycheck changed, the feeling didn't, which proves it was never really about the number. So here's what nearly everyone gets wrong. They think the fix is simply earn more. But more income just powers the treadmill faster, and denying yourself everything is just miserable. The real answer is sneakier than both. It's the gap between what you earn and what you spend, and here's the quiet magic of that gap. Saved, it's a cushion. Invested, it actually grows. The gap is the only money that ever works for you. So, is it all hopeless? Are we doomed to never feel it? Not quite. There is one crack in the treadmill. Research shows one kind of spending resists fading, not stuff. Experiences and spending on other people. A new gadget fades into the background within weeks, but a trip, or helping someone, you keep reliving. Memories don't sit on a shelf getting boring. They actually tend to grow warmer over time. So here's the whole truth in one breath. You don't feel broke because you earn too little. You feel broke because spending races to catch every raise. Your brain erases each upgrade within weeks, and you keep comparing up, never down. The treadmill never stops on its own. You have to choose to step off. Want to actually feel the difference? Try this. The next raise you get, change nothing for 90 days. Same flat. Same car. Same everyday life. Just let the raise sit quietly in the gap. Then make it automatic so willpower never gets a vote. The day your raise lands, move it out of reach, into savings or investments before lifestyle can touch it. Lifestyle can only inflate to fill what's in front of it. Watch that gap grow week by week. That growing gap, not the raise itself, is the very first time you'll feel less broke. Because for once, you've finally stepped off the belt. If you felt a little personally attacked just now, hit like. You are very much among friends here. Next time, we open up the machine, built specifically to keep you on that treadmill forever. How credit cards actually work. See you then.